5 easy tips for sticky social media goals. Ooh, exciting. And this is all for you. As always, it's me, it's John Butt. It is the Marketing for Owners podcast. This is just going to be a short snippet to give you a bit of inspiration, to give you an idea, to get over the overwhelm of social media. You may think you're doing social media, but is it working? Are you having an effect? Do you have goals? Is there a process? Have you even thought that through? Maybe not, maybe so. Even whichever it is, let me just go through some bits and pieces and give you some can't even say it now, potential ideas. Okay, right. Step 1 or tip 1. Was it 5 easy tips? Tip 1. Brainstorm. Yes, you can't come up with goals without actually sitting down or standing up or walking around and thinking about it. Now, when we say brainstorm, you can brainstorm with yourself, but why not brainstorm with someone else? Remember, it's not all about you. You cannot possibly be the world's top expert on everything. There are people who work with you, or you have friends who are very, very clever. Have you ever asked them? You might think, oh, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to hassle them. I think they'd love to help. Why don't you say, I need your help. Would you mind helping me? And if you can't say, I need help, you're probably not going to get very far. Anyway, so brainstorm. So, for example, you need to brainstorm what the goals are, because these need to be sticky goals. These need to be goals that you will get, you will aim for. You won't change your mind every 5 minutes. Now, that means goals are not going to be numbers of followers, because numbers of followers means nothing. Because if they're not engaged, you can get as many followers as you like. If they're not engaged, it doesn't matter. So you need engaged followers, and we don't need to measure that. Not really, not at first. So for example, you might look for industry follows, people from within your trade and industry. That's important because then you get respect and expert and authority status. How about average shares per post? Something you can aim to increase. How about the goals of certain expert topics you wish to become expert in or recognized as an expert in? How about the number of social media only discounts or coupons that you give out to social media followers? How about the style of your graphics, to have a branded theme? How about the content type? Because did you know that you post content? You can post entire stories on Instagram. Facebook likes posts. You can put videos. So you need to decide on that style. So that is tip 1, to brainstorm it. Okay. Tip 2, once you've brainstormed, then you want to make a plan. Is that scary? Is that a word makes you cringe? Plan, planning, strategy. Yeah, does that scare you? Well, welcome to the new you, because if you want to succeed, you need a plan. It is a roadmap. You can call it whatever you want. If you want to get from point A to point B, you need to know the direction, the route, and the stages along the way. It doesn't matter what it is. So I recommend, to make it easy, always start easy. Don't go off trying to buy something or look for something. Just use a spreadsheet, just a simple spreadsheet. It doesn't need colors, doesn't need to be fancy. It doesn't need you to say, I don't know how to do Excel. There's no formulas. It's just using it as a list. So you might, in your plan, you might decide when you will post. You might decide when you will write, every day or once a week, all of the posts in one batch, etc. You might decide what you will write. So certain topics, seasons, perhaps. You might decide on the graphics. How often will you put up a graphic? You might occasionally put up a graphic, an inspirational quote on an image, as opposed to writing a topic about something. Then you want to plan, how do you want to schedule it? Do you want to use Hootsuite or Buffer, which is what I recommend, or Edgar, Meet Edgar, something like that. But certainly recommend a scheduling tool. And to be honest, I'd start with Buffer or Hootsuite. Buffer's got a free plan. I'd start there. And then how about designating your interaction time? So in other words, you, as well as posting, you actually need to interact with people. It's social media. You remember what social means? Yeah. Don't just talk at them. Listen and chat and talk back and reply. Yes. So you need to plan some time to get that in so you don't avoid it. I mean, don't forget, or if you didn't know, Facebook on the page will actually monitor and measure your reaction time, how fast you react. So it will say on the page how fast you react. So you can't look at it once a week because that won't impress people. Number 3, get feedback. Okay. Now, feedback needs to be from someone you respect, someone you trust. Could be, say, a former classmate. Did you go to college or university or something like that? Even school, depends how old you are. But how about a former classmate, someone you know? How about an industry colleague? How about collaborating? Wouldn't that be nice? How about someone in a trade, a supplier, something like that? Or how about within an industry forum on, say, LinkedIn or a Facebook group? Yeah, all those kind of things. Number 4, very simple, set deadlines. Okay, set deadlines. You have to set deadlines for everything. Anything that is a goal. Remember, sticky social media goals. We're trying to find goals that you will try and achieve, and that makes them sticky. So deadlines, that's what you need, because like when you've had 4 weeks to do homework through a school holiday or something like that, and you do it the night before because it has to be in by tomorrow. Yeah. Or when you get the homework at school, this is the only examples I can think of. When you get homework, and very simply, you do it the night before or on the morning before it has to be handed in. That date and the time of handing it in, that is a deadline. Can you see how it makes you work? Try and do that for yourself. And number 5, set yourself a stretch goal. Now, a stretch goal is one that is above and beyond. Now, so what I'm going to suggest is the goals you have. So in that, when you brainstorm, you make your plan, you set up your original goals. Okay. Remember, don't aim for too much, but aim for certain things you can achieve. But they do push you a bit. But a stretch goal is something that would be above and beyond. It would take you outside your comfort zone. It will push beyond boundaries. Now, you may not achieve it, but hey, what if you did? Imagine. Now, these goals could be over 3 months, 6 months, a year. I suggest quarterly goals and I suggest annual goals. But social media is very fast changing. So when you're setting those goals, don't set them based on current fads. Remember, the underlying principles of social media are always going to be there. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, maybe Instagram. The new things, if you could, I don't generally include YouTube in this because YouTube is like blogging, it's a main strategy. But these things, Facebook needs to be paid, Twitter needs to be active, simple as that. You might use Pinterest, you might use Snapchat, specifically for your things. But I would suggest you certainly cover the main 3 tops. Start somewhere, move from there. Okay, that will show you how to 5 easy tips in how to set sticky social media goals. Of course, it is Thursday. Ooh, we love Thursdays, nearly the weekend. So, time for a drive time podcast. And if this kind of thing tires you out or keeps you awake at night, then you're going to love our recommendation this week, which is the Model Health Show. It's by Shawn Stevenson. Shawn is spelled S-H-A-W-N, and Stevenson is spelled with a V, not the PH. The guy is great. Honestly, listen to him. It is fun, it's entertaining, and he takes an enlightening look at health, his words, and fitness. But it's not all about that. He is a sleep expert. He's a young guy. He is fascinating, very popular. If you haven't listened to him, you'll love him. Really good to listen to. Tomorrow, of course, is Friday, our ones to watch. We have Andrew Foxwell. The guy is a genius in the Facebook ads department. You will not want to miss that. You'll enjoy it. Talk to you soon.